Every October, something strange happens in the Central Valley town of Lathrop. Like a page out of a Stephen King novel, children from all over California make their way into the corn. They're drawn to this field not because of evil spirits, but because they want to conquer one of California's most elaborately designed corn mazes.
What happens if someone gets lost in here?
Well, the big joke is that we'll just get you out in the morning.
Welcome to Del Oso Farm, the pioneers of corn maze development.
We were one of the very first corn mazes in the nation, actually.
Since 1997, Susan Del Oso and her husband Ron have been transforming this cornfield into challenging themed mazes.
It's about 15 acres and it has 2 mazes in it, and this year we're honoring the 75th anniversary of Peanuts. So you'll see Snoopy on his doghouse.
Coming up with the elaborate designs is the easy part. Getting those designs onto a cornfield, well, it's another story.
Do you guys just have like a giant lawnmower to make this maze? Or?
No, people always assume that we cut it down when the corn is tall, but it doesn't work that way.
Susan says shaping the maze actually starts in July when the corn is just a few inches tall.
When the corn's very small, we mark out the maze and then we hoe it down. So we're just removing very small pieces of corn.
Today, Del Oso Farm uses GPS to plot and paint out the shape of the maze, but when they first started, they used graph paper and tape measures to map out the coordinates.
It was very cumbersome, and we never knew if the design was accurate until we would get an aerial shot.
Of course, the corn maze brought in big crowds, but the heart of the operation was pumpkins.
Can you help me pick a pumpkin?
Del Oso Family Farm was founded in the 1920s by 3 brothers from Italy who started farming asparagus. But then in the 1950s, Susan's father-in-law, Rudy, started growing pumpkins.
And at that time, we were one of the 5 growers of pumpkins in this area. So there was 5 of us who basically grew all the pumpkins for the West Coast.
Pumpkins are still grown on Del Oso Farm today, but the family has shifted their focus to what they call agritourism.
We are one of the top agritourism operations in the nation.
The property is essentially a farming-themed amusement park that allows kids to learn and play with food grown right here in the valley.
Did you eat this at all? No? Pretty sour. You want to chew it for me? Okay. There you go!
There's more than 30 different activities on the farm, including a petting zoo, a carousel, and this rather strange-looking tube called a rat roller. Yeah, there's a little something for everyone.
From the corn maze at Del Oso Family Farm, I'm John Bartel. Hope to see you on the back roads. Where am I? Hello?
You might be on the hunt for a haunted house, perhaps.
Yeah, something like what we have here.
Yes.
So Heartstopper's Haunted House is the largest indoor haunted house in the Sacramento area, and it's been a mainstay in Rancho Cordova for over 17 years.
Now it's back at its original location, and the aforementioned Mark S. Allen has more on the frightening landmark from the mine shaft.
Yeah, you guys, I love getting to preview haunted houses. I hate doing it when they're not technically open. It makes them a little bit more scary. In the meantime, welcome to Heartstoppers, one of the largest haunts in California, 17 years in operation. Check it out. It's 2 stories tall in the old mine shaft building here in Rancho Cordova. It's a co-op with the city. It's extra creepy and extra special. Want to know more about it? That's pretty much all I know. So Candace, help me out. Candace, you know this joint like the back of your hand.
I do.
What's the scariest room?
Oh, depends on what your fear is.
Got it. How many years have you been doing this?
I've been here about 6 years.
And why do you do this?
I love it.
Yeah, exactly. I always ask people who love doing this, why do you love terrifying people?
I love being here. It's like a weird little family. I get to be creepy and weird once a year. Nobody judges, and it's just awesome here.
In a moment, we're going to go into this room behind us, maybe a couple. In the meantime, take a look at all that you're going to see when you come here. How many different rooms do you know?
So we have 4 different haunts that our guests can experience. We have the ward we're about to go through. We have one downstairs that is blacked out. And we have 2 outside, our Blightwoods and our Deadlands. And as mentioned earlier, we have a bunch of awesome stuff outside as well before you even come in.
Trust me, this place has been here long enough. There are probably some real dead people haunting it. All right, let's push on through. Here we go. You ready?
Here we go.
I'm not scared. You're scared. Why are you so scared? All right, I'm a little scared. Where are we going now?
All right, so we're going to enter the ward right now.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, we're in the ward.
In the ward.
I think I know these people. All right. You know what scares me the most? The plastic tarping and the sounds. Kind of scary. Oh!
New customers, come on! 10 limbs at a time! It'll be fun! Come on! Sign in.
I used to work for her. All right, here we go.
Don't let them take my baby!
We're not going to let him take your baby. We're going to get out of here. All right, it's good. Right. Yes. Awesome. You know, with every turn, I start to see stuff that no one on morning television should watch. Hours of operation?
Hours of operation are Friday, Saturday. We open at 7:30. Tickets are online only, so make sure you visit our website, visit our FNQ, and get your tickets before they sell out.
Awesome. So make it Heartstoppers. Happy haunting. 'Tis the season. And back to you.
Some of you wondering if Marcus Allen is okay and safe? Answer is we don't know. Okay, this is next level stuff here. Corbett's House of Horror has returned to Davis ahead of Halloween, the largest haunt of its kind in the whole state.
Yeah, it's very spooky. ABC10's Marcus Allen took a trip through the Fear Farm and has an early morning preview for you.
Yeah, good morning, you guys. First of all, I should let you know they're not normally open early this morning. This is just a preview for us of what's happening this weekend. Am I right?
You're right.
All right, it's Corbett's House of Horror. Before we get to what we're about to do now, which is extraordinary, what else is there at Corbett House of Horror?
We have 3 different haunts that go on, a corn trail, and a bunch of actors that roam.
Medical mayhem, which is disgusting. Along with that,
Clowns.
carnival, which is equally creepy. Clowns, come on. And now back to this. What you get with this is like a hayride on steroids. You go like 90 miles an hour, and then what?
We shoot a bunch of zombies that come straight at you.
Got it. And a lot of people ask her, is this dangerous? And the answer is?
Only for the zombies.
All right, you ready to do this?
Let's do it.
All right, so here we go. I'm going to hold on. They're running Friday and Saturday nights only, but because of popular demand, this right here, the truck and the zombie shooting will take place until the last Sunday of October. Hold on tight. Save yourself. I got a feeling we found some zombies. You're shooting a zombie. How does that feel?
Great.
Of course it feels great. All right, this is Corbett's House of Horror. These people are having more fun than you're having this morning. You can do this too. I'll link all the information on my Facebook page. It's Marcus Allen Show. Back to you.
Man, you hope that was a zombie, right? It could have been some worker in the field, like what's going on here? Anyway, a group of neighbors in Roseville have come together in the spirit of Halloween and the spirit of charity.
Thousands checked out the neighborhood over the weekend, and it's opening again Halloween night.
ABC10's Marcus Allen stopped by this morning to talk to the organizers and to get scared a little too.
Hey, good morning to you. If you remember nothing else, Castle Rock Way in Roseville, Halloween night is where you want to be. Camera guy Don and I, a little creeped out because our light keeps dying on the camera, so I'm going to have to light some of this myself. It's the Martinez family. If you would, introduce yourselves.
Marina Martinez.
And
Danina Martinez.
all right, Danina, what can we expect? What's going on behind your houses here?
Hopefully a really good time. It's a fun haunted house. The neighborhood, we put it on for the neighborhood, and we hope you guys all enjoy.
Got it. And it benefits a charity. Tell us where you're from and how this hits your heart.
Yes, my family's from El Salvador, and we help out people with scholarships, medical missions, food baskets, sports programs, try to make an impression over there.
When you get here, we'll tell you how you can donate at that time. In the meantime, isn't it kind of scary living next door to your mother-in-law?
That's why we put on the haunted house.
There you go. All right. So camera guy Don and I are going to do our best to get through. Anything I should expect?
Just have fun.
All right. We did last time. We'll try to get further this way. I love that it starts out kid-friendly, an ofrenda in honor of Coco family members, and yet, once again, Elvis in the ofrenda. As you get through, it's yet still very family friendly. Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome
to Hogwarts.
Hogwarts.
There you go. Coming through here. Mommy! No! All right, now's where it starts to get super, super creepy as we go on through. It gets a little bit scarier still. I'm not sure what's going on there. Look out, camera guy Don. All right. This guy, this way. All right, look, what's even scarier is that I've lost camera guy Don. I've lost IFB. I can no longer hear you at the station, so make your way Castle Rock Way in Roseville for one of the scariest haunts. It gets scarier and scarier and scarier. I've lost you, so I'll just say back to you.
Our fun story of the day. An iconic store in Old Sacramento is celebrating 50 years in business this month.
I probably walked by this store 20 times,
Awesome.
and we're talking about Evangeline's Costume Mansion.
All right, ABC10's Marcus Allen is there. He is ready to go. And this is, if Halloween's coming up, and if you're looking for anything, you have it at Evangeline's. Look at you.
That's what I'm talking about. 3 floors, over 4,000 square feet, pushing 5,000 square feet. I'm waiting to buy your Jack in the Box. Got to get the register open so I can bring this home to you, Mr. Walt Gray. But I want to see it on Instagram. By the way, Instagram, a big part of Halloween for obvious reasons that I'll get into in a minute. In the meantime, yeah, this started out as this place used to be a little bit of everything. Down below retail in the 1800s, there were boarders that lived up here, maybe short-time boarders, if you know what I'm saying, back in the 1800s. But then by 1974, it had become a discotheque, and then that's when Evangeline's started. Evangeline's is in the name for a reason. Over here, Deborah Chassé and Jen, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, faithful employee and special projects manager, you've been here 30 years. Do you still have joy in the heart?
I do, yes, every day. It's just a fun place to work, and our customers are so happy. They're just having so much fun. It's a great place to work.
1974, 50 years ago, you were a teenager working here, and then you took over about 10 years later. It was a discotheque before, which is appropriate that disco is a big costume right now.
Yeah, it was very convenient for me in my 20s to hang out upstairs on the weekends. It was fun.
It's back. Speaking of which, Jordan, if I'm not mistaken, repeat what I've heard you say. What kind of costume are you looking for this year?
A disco type vibe costume, similar to what she's wearing there.
Then let's go get a disco type vibe. All right. She said she likes what you're wearing. Disco type vibe for Jordan.
All right. Well, I think since Jordan is quite tall, she might look good in something sparkly like this or something like this.
Perfect. An ensemble. There you go, Jordan. We got you hooked up. And they do take Apple Pay, so I think I can take care of this a little bit later on. All right, Jen, show me something that we haven't seen before. And by the way, you can get lost in here year-round. Every room. Where are we going?
We're going to Storybook Land.
Storybook Land. By the way, you can't run fast in these hills. Ladies, how do you do it? All right.
Okay, so this is Storybook Land. I think the fairy section is pretty special. I think we have so many accessories for fairy.
You say Storybook Land, but I've seen a lot of Disney stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely Disney and Storybook Land. Jack Skellington, of course. Nightmare Before Christmas is super popular.
Oh, look at that his and her. I don't know, Courtney, if you can get a shot over there. Oh my gosh, what would you call that? That's awesome in the back.
Cinderella and the Prince.
There you go. So there's that going on. Deborah, you're saying business is booming right now because of Instagram. What phenomenon has Instagram caused? Which seems obvious, but I hadn't even thought about it until now.
Well, a lot of people, if they're invited to a party, they can't wear the same thing they wore last year. They have to get a new outfit because those pictures already exist. So, and if they're going to 2 parties, of course, 2 different outfits.
Well, it's horrible for you that people have to buy redundant outfits, Deborah. Thanks for all you do year-round to make Sacramento a really cool place.
Hey, thank you, Mark. This has always been a pleasure.
All right, got to wrap it up, Walt. I'll come back for your credit card. I got to buy that jackhead. Back to you. Ooh, Bigfoot.
There is, I mean, it's like the Costco for Halloween, right? I mean, they literally have everything at Evangeline's. Again, that's in Old Sacramento. There it is. Jack Box. Love it. And your outfit, Mark, is exceptional. All right, thank you, my friend. And a man in Rockland has transformed his home into quite a spectacle.
The display has become so big and bright, it's caught the attention of newscasts around the world.
ABC 10's Mark S. Allen is with this gentleman, and this home has become a Halloween and certainly soon Christmas landmark. Mark?
Absolutely. Yeah, and I'll touch about the Christmas. So, Keegan, you inspired your neighbors because of the Halloween lights. Now they're more wanting to get a part of the action. Not so much for the Halloween, but because of this, Christmas blows up on Jackson Court.
It does, yeah. So we attach all of our neighbors to controllers, and it's a whole court that blinks to the music, and it's just a really great event for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I'll cut past the technical, but essentially he runs a line or at least a connecting device to all the different houses, so every house in this court is synced to this guy's music, which is awesome. What radio station do they tune into as they drive by?
88.5 FM.
Got it. And he has gotten complaints. This was on BBC News. This was on NBC National News. This was on, of course, ABC10. Because of the attention, the heat, people are saying, what about your power consumption?
That it's using a waste of power, and you know, it's really not. It's running off 2 circuits, and it's all up through solar power. So
they drive past the giant LCD billboards leading up to this on 65 and complain about this. It's awesome. What kind of feedback do you get from people driving by?
People just love it generally. It's a great event for the kids, brings the community together. It's just all around a good event. Come check it out.
All right, so the power that is on top of the Golden One that shoots that purple beam in the air, 4 times that amount of power shooting these lights. They're not laser. However, they do illuminate the sky for up to like 5 miles.
Yeah, they go way in the sky at easily 1,000 feet, not laser, but they're lamp-based. So, yeah, they very awesome lights, though.
Yeah. The neighbors to the right, these are the ones I'm most concerned about because in that little green space, you've got flamethrowers.
We do. Between the houses, there's 3 flamethrowers, and yeah, you definitely want to check those out. They're on Friday and Saturday nights only, though.
This is awesome. His wife was leaving for work and walked past us earlier, and I said, did you see this coming? Did you know you were getting into all this when you married this guy? She seems to take it well.
She does. She does. It's all a little hobby for me. All the money comes from a little side job that I do, so it all works out well, and everybody has a great time with it.
There you go. I'm going to have you guys go out on this, a little sounds and sights sample. It's Jackson Court in Rockland for all of your Halloween light music needs.
Mark, how long did it take him to get all of these lights, or did he buy it all at once? Was this a big purchase?
Yeah, did you buy them all at once, or how did this happen?
Definitely evolved over several different years.
Yeah. Evolve!
It started with a pumpkin with a candle in it, and then everything went nuts.
Then the fire came.
And then we have this.
Now we're on TV.
Check it out. It is in Rockland. Mark S. Allen, thank you. But right now, we're going to go around town this morning. The road crew is in Apple Hill.
That's right, and you can enjoy some Halloween fun at Madon Tree Farm. And that's where we find ABC 10's Mark S. Allen live at a haunted forest. Good morning, Mark.
Okay, Don, are you okay? Don does not do forest. I don't do forest. Welcome to the haunted forest, Madrone Tree Hill. Madrone is the type of a tree, and this is Gordon, the guy I've been waiting for. Gordon, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
All right. So, Gordon, you're in charge of this place. You were pretty much born near this property, right?
That's right. That's right. Been here all my life.
All right. How long has your family been doing Christmas trees?
They started selling Christmas trees in the mid-'70s.
That's so awesome. He literally said, am I right, that you planted a lot of the trees that are now selling?
My brother and sister all came up here when we were little kids, and we all worked our heinies off.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. And then you transitioned to also adding Halloween. How did that happen?
Well, we wanted to do something different. You know, one of the things was, there's all these other apple farms and other things that are up here, and we're in a Christmas tree farm, so we're not normally open during the October, apple season. So we thought, why don't we try and do some...
Wait, scary clown! Sorry to interrupt you. All kinds of animatronics popping up.
Yeah, so, we want to do something different, and get people to come over here and get familiar with the Christmas trees that we have and see that we're growing trees again and try and just, I guess, get in the forefront of their minds.
I will tell you this, and camera guy Don's not wrong. Even though a lot of it's animatronics and kind of expected, there's something creepy about being in a real forest.
That is true. That is true, especially this early in the morning when it's still dark.
All right, and about every now and then you have these big storage bins that are probably full of more things creepy. Could be very dangerous in here. Don, you go first. Oh, that's awesome. We'll let camera guy Don take a walk through here. A lot of animatronics. You probably have some live actors and scares along the way.
No live actors, but a lot of animatronics. So, it's...
How do people find you?
Find us on the web or find us on Facebook. Basically, just look for the Haunted Forest at Madron Tree Hill and Apple Hill, applehill.com.
Animatronic, albeit manufactured and mechanical, still very scary. I'm going to put all their information at abc10.com. Thanks for hanging out with us. Good to see you.
Mark, Alan, thank you.
All right, back to you. Happy haunting.
That is going on. That's a smart business move. Let's move the Christmas tree thing to a little bit earlier. All right, Marcus Allen, thank you. Great visuals there today. All right, be safe.
All right, everybody, it is time for What to Watch. And Halloween is next week, and it is a perfect weekend to binge watch your favorite scary movies.
ABC 10's Marcus Allen is here in studio with us today, and you've got the whole library of scary movies that you've seen, and you're going to share some.
Yeah, I'm going to start off with something truly disgusting. Are you ready?
Yeah.
It's shameless self-promotion. I want to talk about Take a Look, the show that airs at 9:30 because it's all things horror. First of all, it starts off at one of the biggest haunts in America right here in the state of California, the backlot of Universal Studios. We do the entire show from Hollywood Horror Nights. In that, you're going to see attractions inspired by some of the greatest movies. Movies created by people like Jordan Peele. Let's talk about Nope and Us, and specifically Get Out, that launched his horror career. Keep in mind, he made a movie called Keanu about a cat, and he's allergic to cats. So I asked him, are you allergic to horror? Take a look. You allergic to scary movies? Or are you a huge fan of this product?
I am, when I was a kid, I was as terrified of scary movies as anyone could be. I was very scared of the dark till like 12, just a complete coward. At some point, a switch flip, and I was like, anything that can affect me that much is art. Is masterful. And so from that point on, I've respected horror as an art form, and there's a handful of really great additions to horror a year, and so I wanted to take a stab.
Take a stab. Indeed, he did. He is one of this century's masters of horrors. Let's talk about something classic from last century, Silence of the Lambs. I sat down with Sir Anthony Hopkins to talk about that and its sequels. Take a look.
Why do you think we like Hannibal so much? Why do you think he's such a beloved villain? Do you think it's because, with the exception of the fact that he
such a nice guy like
Well, that's it. Well, you get the feeling that if it weren't for the fact that he eats people, he wouldn't be a bad guy to hang out with.
I think it's part of the thing. It'd be kind of amusing to have dinner, but as long as it's me, he's not eating.
Yeah, right.
I think because he's witty and he's cool and he's cultured and all that stuff. But America loved all that culture and stuff. He's so cultured and cool. Yeah, I think that's why he caught on in America. I guess there's a European flavor to it as well.
If you were to describe yourself as an entree, what kind of meal would you want to be?
That's a very sick question. You are disturbed.
Yeah, I've got some problems.
Love, got a rise out of Sir Anthony Hopkins. I wanted to keep him happy so he didn't take a bite out of me. Anthony Hopkins, one of many people I've had the pleasure of sitting down through the years. So for more of that, check out Take a Look, 9:30. If you like horror, we're taking a deep dive into it. 9:30, right here on ABC10 and the ABC10 Plus app. You and I grew up watching The Exorcist.
Yes.
I don't know if that scared you, but I got a chance to sit down with Linda Blair to talk about that. Jamie Lee Curtis, the master of Scream, so many others.
All this in the Halloween special.
That's right.
And that's coming up
9:30
today.
ABC10 or ABC10 Plus app.
I'm sure it's good because our editing staff back there have been working on this for weeks. I couldn't get them to cut one story of mine because they've been working on your special.
It takes a village. Well, thanks for letting me borrow the village.
Weekday mornings on ABC10.
I know what we're doing.
We're getting you ready.
Oh, you're going to know first.
About the breaking news that affects you.
What happened overnight right here in Northern California?
And across America.
Plus my 10-day forecast helping you plan and
keeping you safe.
That's how we do mornings.
So you're ready to take on the day. ABC 10 Morning News.
And Good Morning America.
Right here on ABC 10.
See you weekday mornings starting at 5.